Good evening. Welcome to the Oliver Ames varsity volleyball game. Oliver Ames playing the Stoughton Black Knights tonight. Starting for Oliver Ames, we have number 10, Hadley Rhodes playing setter. Number 11, Maddie Homer at libero. 13, Sarah Hilliard. Number 9, Reese Blass at right side. Number 16, Kelly Crowley playing the middle. And number 6, Claire O'Rourke. On the Stoughton side of the court, number 11, Patrik Oliveira is their libero. Number 12, Kina O'Donnell is their outside. Hadley Rhodes with the serve. Patrik Oliveira can't save that serve. A nice place serve and point to away. Rounding out the Stoughton starting lineup, we've got number 9, their junior captain Kiara Scardine. Number 6, their setter Ella Holden. Serve, Hadley Rhodes. Oh. Patrik Oliveira's pass hit the ceiling and bounced back at him. Point for Oliver Ames, 2-0 with an early lead. Hadley Rhodes with the serve. A short serve and drops it in for an ace. Hadley with a great start to the game with 3 straight service points. I think that's actually 3 straight aces for her to begin the game. And pass, Holden with the set. Their middle with a swing and drops it in deep court. Point to Stoughton, 3-1. Stoughton serve. Jessie Queeny, junior from Stoughton, serving. Claire O'Rourke with the pass. Maddie Homer passing it forward, and that one was close to the line but placed out. Just a pass over a Reese Glass and point to Stoughton. Maddie Homer with a pass. Set up her right. And that one dropped in. Referee called it out. That was close. The line is in. Referee thought it was beyond the line. I think it hit it, but Stoughton has tied it up 3-3. Jessie Queeny on the serve. Called a foot fault on the serve. Point to Oliver Ames, 4-3. Rachel Fleshman subbing in for Claire O'Rourke. Rachel's been doing a great job from the service lines and taking the back row rotation for Claire O'Rourke. Rachel with a nice serve. Set to the outside. And a nice play at the net by the OA front line. I think they called Stoughton into the net. Points for Oliver Ames, 5-3. Rachel Fleshman on the serve. Nice serve by Rachel. Over on the second by their setter. Hadley setting up Sarah. And Sarah Hilliard with a nice kill. Point for Oliver Ames, 6-3. Hadley setting up her favorite target on the outside. Sarah Hilliard having a terrific start to the season. Rachel on the serve. And just wide. Point to Stoughton, 6-4. Stoughton serve. Number 2, Angelina Berry serving for Stoughton. Good, powerful serve. Rachel with a pass. Sarah picked up the ball and Kelly Crowley trying to set that one over the net, and he called her for a double hit, 2-hit ball. So point to Stoughton. Angelina Berry on the serve. And served into the net. Point to Oliver Ames, 7-5. Maddie Homer on the serve. Maddie with a nice serve. Holden with the set to the middle. Oh, they freed it over. Rachel passing it to Hadley. And to... All right, so referee called Oliver Ames into the net there. Point to Stoughton. Nice set and swing, but somebody must have got into the net. So Stoughton ball. Number 12 serving. Oh, a little scramble, but they kept it alive. Holden setting her middle, free balls it over. Homer. Oh. Hilliard hitting it deep. Hilliard with a pass. Reese hitting it deep and in. Nice swing from Reese Blass. Nice set going to your right side and mixing up those passes. Hadley with a nice pass using her right side. Hit a ball deep and right in. Point to Oliver Ames, 8-6. And Reese on the serve. Over on 2. Nice save by Rachel. Sarah with a powerful swing and kill. Rachel jumped in quick on that second ball over and kept it alive for Oliver Ames, and Hilliard finished it. 9-6, Reese on the serve. An ace for Reese. 10-6 away. Reese with a nice deep serve. Pass to their middle. Pushed it over. Oh, a block. Hilliard's block, but Owe keeps it alive. Another swing. Kept alive by Stoughton. Trying a third time, and the third time's a charm. Sarah kept swinging away, and the third one was the trick. Stoughton's lining up on that side, going for some blocks, but Owe is able to keep the block alive, backing up their swing there. Reese Blass on the serve. Nice pass. Oh, over on 2. Oh, all right. No, they gave the point to Owe. I think they called Stoughton actually into the net there, but that was Courtney Raymond with a nice positional swing, dropped it in for Oliver Ames' point. 12-6 away. Over on 2, Reese keeps it alive. Hadley sets up Sarah, and boom! Oliver Ames' point. 13-6. Sarah Hilliard pounding away. They don't have an answer for that swing right now. And Reese Blass is on a good, strong service run here. Oh, little miscommunication for Stoughton. 14-6 away. Timeout Stoughton. Oliver Ames out to a good lead. 14-6, first game. So Owe's got Hilliard on the outside. Courtney Raymond playing middle. Hadley Rose setting the ball. On the right side and serving is senior Reese Blass. Rachel and Maddie playing defense in the back. Reese with another strong serve. Stoughton setting that middle. She dumps it over, but Olay keeps it alive. And Courtney Raymond with a swing. The front line got hands on it, but couldn't get it back over. Point and kill for Courtney. 15-6 Oliver Ames in game one. Reese on the serve. Nice. Oh, Courtney Raymond was getting up to dunk that one, but I think they're calling Stoughton number 2 into the net there. The service run continues. Reese is pounding them away. Outside, frees the ball over. Hilliard, Rhodes, Raymond. Ooh. I think he called somebody into the net there. I'm not sure who he's calling into the net or what the call was. But Stoughton has broken that service streak. It's 16-7. Stoughton's Patrik Oliveira serving. Oh, powerful serve, but too much. Point to Oliver Ames, 17-7. Claire O'Rourke subbing back in. Rachel Fleshman did her job beautifully serving and playing that back row. Claire coming in to play that outside position. Sarah Hilliard. Ooh, served just outside the line. Point to Stoughton. Stoughton, number 9, serving. Kiara Scardine, junior captain for Stoughton Black Knights. Kiara serving for Stoughton. Another long serve. Another point to Oliver Ames. 18-8. Courtney Raymond on the serve. Back in the front row is Kelly Crowley. Also, oh, Courtney served it out. We're getting a streak of some bad serves here from one another. Also subbed in Shannon Willard, captain and setting right now. So Hadley Rhodes is shift over to the right side, and Shannon Willard will set. Shannon setting her co-captain. Hadley didn't get all of that one. Oh, double hit on Stoughton, so point for Oliver Ames. Hadley Rhodes serving. Oh, overpassed into the net, point for Oliver Ames, 20-9. Hadley on the serve. Nice, powerful serve. Stoughton setter pushes, sets their middle. Oh, a nice save by Maddie and Sarah. Ball's kept alive. Oh. Claire O'Rourke with a tip, but blocked by Stoughton for the point. So Stoughton's point, 20-10. Number 3 is serving for Stoughton. That's Jessie Queeny serving for Stoughton. Claire O'Rourke with a nice pass to Shannon. Sarah with the free ball over. And a kill for Claire O'Rourke. Shannon with a nice pass, and Claire O'Rourke finishing 21-10, Oliver Ames. We've made our way back around. So Rachel subbing back in for her service spot. Rachel serving for Oliver Ames, 21-10. Nice serve. Overserved. Ooh. Passed it over by Oliver Ames. Their middle tips it long and out. 22-10. Rachel Fleshman still on the serve. Another good serve from Rachel. Set to that middle. Dropped it in, but saved by Oliver Ames, but a scramble and they're unable to keep it alive. Stoughton keeps setting their middle. She keeps dropping it down the middle of the court. Angelina Berry serving for Stoughton. Good, powerful serve. Maddie Homer with a nice pass. Sarah Hilliard with a nice, powerful kill. 23-11. Maddie Homer on the serve. Stoughton's pushing to their outside. Oh, a miss hit. Point to Oliver Ames. Stoughton outside hitter missed that opportunity there. Maddie Homer on the serve. 24-11. Short one. Sarah Hilliard with a tip. Stoughton keeps it alive. Pushes it over. Shannon sets Sarah. Yeah, overpass, but over the net. Nice save by Shannon. And finished in a style. Sarah Hilliard with the winning point, 25-11. Oliver Ames takes game one. Sarah Hilliard with a terrific game, several good kills. All right, getting ready for set two. Oliver Ames has got Courtney Raymond, Sarah Hilliard, and Reese Blass starting back on the court, along with Claire O'Rourke, Kelly Crowley, and Hadley Rhodes. Maddie Homer will sub in for one of the middles. I'm guessing Courtney's coming off as we get started here. I can see the Stoughton side a little easier this time, rotation through. They've got number 2 is the right side Angelina Berry. Number 17 is Vanessa Philmond, and she is their middle. They feed her a lot of balls. And let's see, Keena O'Donnell, number 12, playing on the outside. She's mixed up this lineup a little, few new faces in this group. Number 9, their senior captain, Kiara Scardine, is playing DS. So the Oliver Ames team is off to a 5-2 start. Stoughton will serve this first ball, and we've got, is that 24? Nice pass by Claire O'Rourke. Hadley Rhodes sets the middle. Oh, Kelly Crowley with a good swing, but just wide. And I don't have 29 on my roster. Oh. Mishit ball on that serve. Stoughton out to an early 2-0 lead. And I'm not sure who number 29 is for Stoughton in this game, but she's off to a two service points right away. Sarah with a nice pass, set to the outside. Claire O'Rourke with a swing. Overpass. Stoughton kept it alive. Set there outside. Oh, a nice block by Hadley Rhodes. Free ball over by Stoughton. And another swing by Claire O'Rourke, and that one did the trick. So Oliver Ames gets the point. Rhodes with a nice set, and Claire O'Rourke finished it. Hadley Rhodes with the serve. Nice, powerful serve that couldn't be returned by Stoughton. We have a tie game, 2-2. Hadley Rhodes on the serve. Big, powerful serve. Stoughton pass to their middle, number 17, who sends it deep. Rhodes sets O'Rourke, who tips it over, and they couldn't convert. So point for Oliver Ames. They got a big block moving to that outside, and O'Rourke just worked the ball down the line. Rhodes on the serve. Ooh, caught some net and found a space. 4-2 OA. Rhodes serving. Ooh, a little too much on that one. Point to Stoughton. Stoughton's junior captain, Patrik Oliveira, has subbed in as their libero in the back. Angelina Berry serving and hits it too long. Angelina's a freshman on the Stoughton varsity team. Claire O'Rourke serving for Oliver Ames. Ups one in. Stoughton setting there outside. Ooh. A miss hit on the outside for Stoughton. Maya Ashu couldn't get a hold of that one. Point to Oliver Ames. Claire O'Rourke on the serve. Good serve. Oh, way back in the back end, but free balled over. Homer, Rhodes, and Hilliard with a nice swing. Free balled over. Hilliard sent it right back to him. It's still alive. Stoughton passed it over but out. Pointer away, 7-3. Claire O'Rourke on the serve. Nice serve. Set there outside. Ooh, she just keeps missing that outside set. 8-3, Oliver Ames. Claire O'Rourke on a little service run here. Ooh, a nice serve. Oh, Rhodes just sets one deep and effective. Found an open space. The serve caused an overpass, and Oliver Ames sent it back and found an empty space. 9-3 Oliver Ames, Claire O'Rourke on the serve. Nice serve. Nice pet to their middle. Pushed it deep, but Maddie Homer's there. Rhodes setting Reese. Reese with a nice swing. Stoughton got some hands on it, but couldn't turn it back. Nice kill for Reese Blass, senior. Claire O'Rourke on the serve, 10-3. Stoughton free balls it over. Ooh, a misplay, and that's all right. Oliver Ames unable to return that one. 10-4 Stoughton. Keena O'Donnell serving for Stoughton. Nice powerful serve. Maddie Homer with a beautiful pass. Setting Sarah Hilliard for another powerful kill. Hilliard is really on her game today. Hadley Rhodes with a beautiful set. That combination of Maddie Homer, Hadley Rhodes, and Sarah Hilliard's been pretty lethal. Oh, they're getting a little, what did they call? They call that not a point? I'm not sure what that call was. Looked beautiful to me. number 12, served it out for Keno O'Donnell, missed that serve, so Oliver Aim gets the point back. That must have been called somebody into the net or something. Maddie Homer, number 11, serving for OA. Maddie with a good strong serve. Stoughton scrambling but keeps it alive. Homer, the Rhodes, ooh. Ball hit out, point to Stoughton. Patrik Oliveira, libero and junior captain for Stoughton, serving. He hit a bullet. Oliver Ames is going to have to be on their game to return that serve. That's a hard one. Hilliard keeping it alive. Rhodes gets it. Ooh, and unable to free it over. Point to Stoughton, 11-8. Stoughton's coming their way back in this one. Ace for Patrik Oliveira. Deep serve found some empty space in the back line. OA's back row now has Larissa Martins, Sarah Hilliard, and Maddie Homer. That one went long. Oliver Ames breaks free from that service run. Reese Blass on the serve. Ooh, called it out. Let's point to Stoughton. We have a 12-10 game. Stoughton's making a couple of substitutions. Can't quite see who's subbing out. I think that's 21 going out. Maya Ashu's out. Number 9, Kiara Scardine is coming in to serve. I think number 15 just subbed in as well. And that's Jasmine Lamont. Stoughton's service is out. Point to Oliver Ames, 13-10. Sarah Hilliard coming up to serve. Claire O'Rourke subbing in, Larissa Martins subbing out. Claire will be on the outside. Good serve for Sarah. Point to Oliver Ames, 14-10 OA. Shannon Willard is in for OA setting. Hadley Rhodes is on the right side. Ooh, a little net. Stoughton keeps it alive. Nice set. Shannon Willard with a good set. Claire O'Rourke finished it. 15-10 OA. Courtney Raymond in the middle. Hadley Rhodes on the right side. Claire O'Rourke on the outside. An ace for Sarah Hilliard. Doing it all tonight. 16-10 OA. Another good serve. And an ace. 17-10 OA. Sarah Hilliard on the serve. Ooh, and a bullet down the middle. Sarah Hilliard racking up a few aces here. 18-10 OA. Ooh, hits that one long. The streak ends 18-11, Stoughton's ball. And number 6 for Stoughton stepping back to serve. Ella Holden, their setter. Serving for Stoughton, Ella. Drops it in. Maddie Homer passes it. Stoughton kept it alive. Homer. Shannon. Courtney jumped it off. But Stoughton's keeping that one alive. Free ball over. Oh, a nice set and a nice kill. Oh. The crowd did not agree with that call. I'm not sure who was in the net. But they called somebody from OA in the net on a beautiful set from Shannon to Claire. Shannon setting Claire again. This time she just pokes it over the block and into an empty space for the point for Oliver Ames. Courtney Raymond on the serve, OA up 19-12. Courtney with a nice serve. Oh, Stoughton with a nice save. Shannon setting her. Point to Oliver Ames. Stoughton, I think, was into the net or under the court line. So point to OA. Courtney Raymond on the serve. OA up 20-12. Courtney with a nice serve. Stoughton keeps it alive. Free ball over. Courtney with a pass. Shannon Willard setting Claire. Ooh, he called a double hit on that set. So point to Stoughton. Shannon didn't get two hands on the ball at the same time. Must have gone one hand, then the next. Two hit on the set, so point to Stoughton. Number 29 serving, and I'm not sure who that is. But Stoughton on the serve. Sarah with a nice pass. Claire with a good swing. Stoughton keeping it alive. Oh, he called a double hit on Stoughton. And OA's point. All right, Reese Blass back in. Shannon Willard out. Hadley Rhodes on the serve. Hadley with a nice short serve. Oh, point to Stoughton. A little out of system there for OA. Stoughton serve. Down 21-14. Number 2, Angelina Berry serving for Stoughton. OA has to free ball that one over. Stoughton setting up there outside. A little out of sorts here. Oh, OA's a little out of the organization back there, not talking the ball up. Point to Stoughton. 21-15. Stoughton serving. Maddie with the set. Claire up at the net and dumps it in safely. Nice play. Oliver Ames, Claire O'Rourke with the kill, and now with the serve. 22-15 OA. Nice serve, pass to their setter. Their right side hits it off the antenna, which is out. Point to OA. 23-15. Claire O'Rourke serving. Nice serve for OA. Oop, that's a two-hit for Stoughton. Point for Oliver Ames, 24-15. Claire O'Rourke with the serve. They're set, they're outside. Ooh, OA got hands on it, but couldn't get the block. Point for Stoughton, nice swing on their outside. That was number 10, Steph Resnico. Nice swing and kill for Stoughton. 24-16. Stoughton served it out. Point for Oliver Ames. Game 2 away. Away wins game 2. 25-16. Good effort for the Oliver Ames Tigers. We'll be back with the third game shortly. All right, we're back for game 3. OA's got Kelly Crowley coming in for the middle. Reese Blass on the right side. Courtney Raymond in the middle. Sarah Hilliard and Claire O'Rourke on the 2 outside positions. Hadley Rhodes setting. And Maddie Homer is the libero who will sub in for a defensive position for those middles. So Courtney steps off the court while in the back row, and Maddie Homer will take care of all those serve receives. OA's up 2-0. On the Stoughton side, we have number 29. We have number 10, who's Steph Resino. Number 6 is Ella Holden. Hadley Rhodes with an ace serve to start the game. Number 15, Jasmine Lamott, is their middle. Number 11, Patrik Oliveira, is their libero. Hadley Rhodes serving. Number 9 with a good pass set to their outside. Claire O'Rourke setting or passing to Hadley. Oh, Stoughton scrambling but unable to get it back over. Claire O'Rourke passed that one to Hadley, and Reese finished it off for a point for OA. Hadley Rhodes on the serve. Hadley with a nice serve. Set to their middle, tipped over. Maddie passing back to the middle. Claire dumped it back over for OA. Push to their outside. Ooh, and into the net. Point to Oliver Ames. 3-0 start for OA. I think that was 10. The Stoughton outside, number 10. With a beautiful serve from Hadley. Another ace. Hadley's really serving well this game. Hadley Rhodes on the serve. Ooh. A little too pumped up and too much power. Point to Stoughton. Number 29 serving for Stoughton. Number 2, Angelina Berry subbing in for 15. 29 serving for Stoughton. Claire passes to Hadley. Reese with a good swing and finish. Nice cross-court swing for Reese and point for Oliver Ames. Claire O'Rourke on the serve. Nice deep serve. Pass to their setter over on 2. Rhodes to Blass. Reese with a nice deep swing and kill. 6-1 away. Reese Blass playing great today. Claire O'Rourke on the serve. Nice powerful serve. Away sets up there outside, who freed it over. Little scramble. Reese sets it over safely. Ooh, nice play by the Stoughton middle. Vanessa Philemon from the middle position with a good power swing and finish for Stoughton. 6-2. Stoughton gets the serve back. Number 2, Angelina Berry serving for Stoughton. Serves it too long. Claire O'Rourke subbed out and Megan McDonald subbed in. Number 4 for Oliver Ames. Playing in the back row, defensive position. Maddie Homer with the serve. Stoughton setting their middle. Reese bringing it to Sarah with a good power swing, but they dug it. Oh, tried for a back row swing, was not able to execute. We're able to pull that power swing of Sarah Hilliard off the, but not able to get the full return. Maddie Homer on the serve. Ooh, an ace for Maddie. Oliver Ames up 9-2 in game 3. Another ace for Maddie. 10-2 away. Oh, I thought it was 10-2. Now it's only showing 9-2. Uh, 9-2, I guess. Oh, there it is. 10-2. Good. Maddie Homer on the serve. Pass to the Stoughton setter, cross court, freed but out. Maddie Homer on a nice serving streak here, 11-2 away. One more ace for Maddie Homer, 12-2 away. Stoughton struggling returning his serve. Pushed over on 2, but a double hit for Stoughton's number 17, Vanessa Philmond. So point away. Maddie with another service point, 13-2. Stoughton setting their middle. Ball kept alive. Over to Sarah Hilliard with another kill for Sarah. Not an easy ball to swing at, yet she still finishes with good power. Maddie Homer on the serve. Nice serve from Maddie. Overpassed. Reese putting it back at him. They're outside. Megan McDonald with a nice pass. Courtney Raymond just dumping it over the block and into empty space. Point away, 15-2. Courtney saw that middle block coming and decided just to drop it over the block. Stoughton wasn't able to back up their blocker, and the ball fell into empty space. Maddie Homer on the serve. Ooh, a little net luck and a point. Everything's going OA's way right now. 16-2. Short serve. Oh, over on 1. Homer sets up Reese. Oh, caught the tape. Point to Stoughton. That long service streak is broken. Stoughton's serve. Serving for Stoughton, Camille Bonfim. Nice serve. Ooh, and an ace for Stoughton. Camille Bonfim with an ace for Stoughton. Nice pull off the net. Stoughton keeping the ball alive. Little scramble here. Nice pass, Homer to Hadley Rhodes to Sarah Hilliard. And OA with the point, Sarah with another kill. All right, Reese Blast subbing out. Shannon Willard Serving for Oliver Ames, the senior captain. Shannon will be setting after her serve. Oh, overpassed, and Hilliard goes up and dunks the ball back. So point to Oliver Ames, 18-4. Shannon Willard serving. Ooh, hit the tape. Point to Stoughton. And the back row better get ready. Patrik Oliveira is a good server. Serving for Stoughton. Maddie Homer got her hands on it but couldn't quite pop it up. Ace for Patrik. Patrik Oliveira serving for Stoughton. Ace. Oliveira with another ace. Serving with big power. Away's back row getting ready. Oh, and he hits one into the net. Point to Oliver Ames, 19-7. Megan McDonald subbing out, Clara O'Rourke subbing in. Oh, and we have Addison Smock subbing in for Oliver Ames. Courtney Raymond subbing out Addison, freshman middle hitter. Sarah Hilliard on the serve. Ace for Sarah Hilliard, beautiful serve deep. Sarah Hilliard on the serve. Nice pass. Stoughton sends it over on two. Shannon sets her. Oh! Tried to go to Hadley Rhodes for a hit. Unable to convert. Point to Stoughton. Oliver Ames leading 20-8 in the third game. Number 24 subbing in for Stoughton. Mia Marangos. Number 9, Kiara Scardine serving for Stoughton. Oh, the Stoughton serve just too long. Point to Oliver Ames. 21-8. Addison Smock serving for Oliver Ames. Freshman middle. She dropped it down the line. Oh, Stoughton played it, but pushed it long. So an ace for Addison. That one went out. Point to Stoughton. Addison Smock back out. In comes Maddie Homer. Ella Holden serving for Stoughton. Clara O'Rourke passing it. Shannon Willard setting her co-captain. Hadley Rhodes with a powerful swing and kill for Hadley. That's co-captain to co-captain. Shannon to Hadley, and Hadley finishing off. Hadley on the serve, away up 23-9. Stoughton unable to convert. 24-9. Hadley with the serve. Game and match point here. Passed over on one. Oh. I think Hadley forgot that she had Shannon with her. Double hit on that set. Point to Stoughton. Number 29 serving for Stoughton. 24-10 away. That serve is long. Point to Oliver Ames. Oliver Ames wins this match 25-10. Wins 3 straight games against visiting Stoughton. Thanks everybody for watching. Great game for Oliver Ames. They go to 6-2. Thanks very much.